Now, you may be wondering why I've been throwing words around willy-nilly on places like Medium. So I thought I would give a synopsis and an invitation. Shall we? So, first of all, we have a landscape. Not too controversial. And what that applies to is, if you think of any situational context, you generally have a setting, you have roles, you have tools, and you have actions. So far, so good. And that gives you, you could say, what I'm calling a moment of opportunity originally, or the interaction. But really what we need to know is what I'm calling the climate. And those are the vectors that apply to the terrain. And they are internal, external, virtual, real. So I'm using things like values, traits, possibilities, and constraints. That together is what I'm calling sense mapping. So that we can map sense of any context. Whether it's, for example, a person, so you could use it to profile a person, an event, an organisation or a project. I've done all of those. But that's not enough, because that's why I've called it sense mapping. To actually make sense of it, we need to know what the mind state is. What's that? Well, these are ways of thinking, and I've distinguished it between attention and time, really distilled it down, so that you have engagement, disengagement, now, far. And from that, you can derive 5 mind states. One is dreaming, planning, juggling, and drifting. If you happen to have found the sweet spot, you've got centering. So if you know someone's mind state, you can see the type of traits and values they might have and the possibilities and constraints that may be available to them. But that's not enough, because also coin another term, which is your mindscape. Looks similar on purpose, but different, because at any given time, you can have many things on your mind. So one of those things, which might be this, also has a backdrop of these other things. And that gives you an idea of your capacity. Anyway, that's the synopsis. You need a case study. And here it is. Buddha-brella. You're thinking, what's that? Well, this is a co-production I've been working on with my friend Anil and some locals in Bodh Gaya, where we've been decorating Buddhist 8-fold umbrellas to make village pumps, to raise money for village pumps. So this is what I'm calling a spiritual adventure, which I'm just about to go on. And I'm going to be using these tools to document and explain how we're doing. Which brings on to the call to action. And that is, ask me anything. Well, obviously not anything. Anything to do with this. And I'm going to be doing this weekly. First of all, next week here. And then when I'm actually on my travels in India. And that's every Thursday at 12 p.m. UTC. So, if you want to know about the Mindstates framework or Buddha-brella, you can come and ask me anything. Find the link here or here or here or here. I think that's about it. What's not to like?